And now, more Comics Watching Comics.
Hey, what's going on?
He looks like Jesse Pinkman's crew from Breaking Bad has decided to do comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's more like DJ Coke than DJ Doke.
I really think teen pregnancy is something that's destroying America today. I think instead of abstinence, they should teach these young girls to swallow a fucking load.
He should open with
Amy
that.
Shanker, 12 seconds in, boom.
It was just that jersey and swallow a fucking load is like a lot to take.
He's actually opening for me at Vassar, which is...
You know, when you factor in the man button, you'd think he'd be more sensitive.
When I was 15 years old and I was banging a bitch and she goes, please cover my mouth. That's what the fuck I was doing. It's coming in that mouth. Why not? 15.
He looks like the drummer for the Spin Doctors.
He's a walking
Or you could say the
dichotomy.
lead singer for the Spin Doctors. Because no one gives a fuck about the Spin Doctors. I'm going to address an obvious, he has not moved the mic stand out of the way and he's using it like a crutch already, which annoys the fuck out of me.
You guys ever been to a party and be the coolest kid there? Yeah, me neither. I usually sat in the corner and smoked cigarettes, looking at all the cheerleaders thinking I want to bang them, go in the corner and jerk off, get kicked out of the party.
If he's not on Megan's Law's list now, he will be after their show.
You know, if he actually looked somebody in the eye, maybe he could get someone to swallow that load for him.
Look at me!
They didn't like it when you came on their cheerleading outfits. Dry cleaning's expensive, I guess, for a 15-year-old. I don't know.
His Netflix special should be called Amber a Laugh.
Amazing.
Some people have called me racist.
But
Here we go.
there's the best part. You ready?
Hold on, you're asking
my
the all-white
favorite
panel to
joke.
judge the racist stuff?
No, he definitely has that Ben Roethlisberger rapey thing going on.
No, that jersey's a choice.
I think that 81
Either
is
that
his,
or a horrible Christmas gift.
But I'm not. Because I'll buy drugs off anybody as long as it's good. I always say yes to white and no to brown. That's what I do. You know, heroin?
Sodomy and toddlers, bro.
Or as I call it, Tuesday night.
Am I right? Fist bump, front row.
You guys ever think about what's the most, what's the worst race to be in America today? I think it's the white male. Black people hate us, Spanish people hate us, white women hate us.
Speak for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, we still own the world, asshole. What are you kidding?
He definitely seems like one of those guys that's in like Montana with like one of those radio shows being like, wake up, white people. It looks like he wrote a manifesto on a murdered woman's back.
Yeah.
He looks like he's still using a CB radio.
True. If
Breaker 19.
If they're redoing Seven or doing a sequel for Seven, that's Kevin Spacey's fucking his pupil.
You guys ever notice in like the early 90s and 2000s that females started shaving their pussy? I think it has a correlation with the Bush administrations. Down with Bush, up with razors.
John Lynch.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Really, really, really hated that set. Honestly, it's one of those things where it was just fucking bitches, man, and cum and it's like one of those things where it's like, dude, no, man. I hate to say this because I like to try and be encouraging, but that is someone who should not be in any way, shape, or form in comedy. Like,
Bang. Boom goes the dynamite. Amy Shanker, what did you think?
I think that he had a first year comic set, basically. If he had a Holocaust joke in there, it would have rounded out.
Oh shit, you're right. Jim Mendrinos, you've been around for a long time. Hell, even talk comedy.
The first order of business, there are three basic elements that we work with. We work with light, we work with sound, and we work with audience. And he used none of them. He kept his face down so you couldn't see, his face clearly. He didn't engage the audience at all. And he's not using his voice well. So he's got to get out of there, and then he can get to a point where he can actually start talking about real stuff. This whole, I'm just going to talk about getting laid thing will end soon enough, but he's got to actually look at us at some point if he ever wants to do this on more than just a hobbyist level.
Jeffrey Gurian, you too, sir, have been around the block, written for a lot of top guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was in a pretty good mood until I saw that. There was no enunciation. There was no addressing the audience. And yes, and he did feel that just by saying things like swallowing a load and stuff made his act funny, in quote unquote, you know?
Right.
And you know what? Not everyone should have a beard.
Sean Lynch, future consideration, yes or no?
No.
Amy Shanker?
No.
Jim Madrinos? And I make it unanimous. Sorry, DJ Doke. Keep spitting the ones and twos up in Worcester, Mass. It's wicked retarded up there.
What, New York, make some noise!
White noise.
Hey, she got the mic stand
They
out of
asked
the way.
for noise. Well, I was right.
I know, I guarantee you, she would be perfect for the lead role of the Warriors as an all-female version.
Yes, the Lizzies. I remember.
I love New York. Really expensive up here. Give it up for this $200 haircut I got on Broadway. Seriously, give it up for that, because I spent $200.
She should have gotten your haircut, Jeffrey.
For a lot less than $200.
By the way, this is the exact opposite moving problem of playing with the microphone. She has no idea to do with her right arm, so she's just flailing it. Like
She's landing in the airplane.
oh my God. She just be.
I went to the first shop I saw, like, listen, I got a big show tonight. Just do something. Just make me look good again. And I guess she heard, make me look like a lesbian. Now I look like the freaking negative in Justin Bieber's mugshot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You could go for a dark-skinned Bruno Mars, bitch. At least he's black. Like, what are you doing? But I love traveling for comedy. Like, I just came back from California recently. But like, I was scared to go to the West Coast for a while because I was scared of earthquakes. But then we had our little East Coast earthquake. I don't know if you all felt that up here, but it was scary shit. Like, I remember I was walking along and like the ground started moving. So like, my first thought was, I am done with this weed. I quit. I'm like, moving this thing before it's over. Twitter, I'm not really a Twitter fan because honestly, Twitter sounds like something you do to your boyfriend's balls. Like tonight, some guy's gonna go home like, honey, can you Twitter my nuts, please? Oh, it's like a coin purse.
We needed that demonstration. You needed the visual.
Hump the stool. You're from Baltimore. Hump that stool. Come on.
So I just got on Instagram also recently because all my friends are like, you gotta get on Instagram, you're a comedian, you gotta get on Instagram. And like, I live in Baltimore, like I didn't know what Instagram was at first. Like I thought Instagram was like the guy that shows up with the coke, you know, like, hey, what's up, you guys wanna party, what's going on? Instagram, like, that's what I thought. But apparently it's a place for selfies, everyone's just selfie, filter, like you see all these people and you're like, wow, this is not your face. I know, because you're my sister. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm over these girls on Instagram. Like, seriously, like, me scrolling through my Instagram is like Rick Ross and a Price is Right Wheel of Horror.
You know what? She had good cadence.
Yes.
I will say that. She had good cadence. She knows what a comedian is supposed to sound like. She just needs funnier jokes. That's all. I think that if she worked on it, she could really do something because she understands what it means to be on stage. You know, she put the mic in the right place, which from what we've seen before is a big plus.
Sure.
You know what? If she slowed down, I think it'd be a lot more palatable than it is right now. I think the speed is just contributing to turning what she's doing into white noise. So if she could just slow it down and just talk at a normal rate of speed, I think we'd see that those jokes are better than they sound at the moment.
Amy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The speed, it just kind of like, I tuned out because it was very monotonous and very, very fast. And I think that I like the structure, but I think that she's passed on a lot of opportunities to put tags on stuff and just like kind of blew right past it.
That's exactly what I wrote down. Here's the thing, Amy, you hit the nail on the head. I tuned out. What did I do? I picked up my fucking phone and checked my text. White noise was the absolute perfect analogy I can think of. I just was like, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I don't give a fuck. Her other stuff, her earlier stuff, I'm like, all right, the hair stuff, okay, all right. I was invested, but you can tell she performs, you can tell she gets up regularly. So let's vote. Sean? No grading on a curve.
Yes.
Yes? Amy?
No.
You said that you're holding a fart in.
I'm doing both.
Okay. I'm not sitting on that couch, so I don't give a shit. That's Sean and Jim. Don't have to worry about that. Speaking of Jim Adreno, it's a ground zero for Amy's fart. What do you think?
I'm going to say no to both the fart and the comic.
Well, too late.
I'm going to say yes to
Well, aren't you a negative Nelly?
I'm going to say yes to the fart, but no to her. I think in another year, there's possibility. There is definite possibility, but I say
Let's get to know more about Jim Mendrinos.
It depends on how you define make it. If you're talking about superstardom, on the cover of Tiger Beat magazine and 13-year-old girls dedicating their first period to you, I'm sure that's incredibly difficult. But if you're talking about being able to make a consistent living doing what you love, not that hard. It's a matter of just constantly working on craft and treating this like a business, which are two things that nobody ever wants to do. Well, I'd probably be a writer full-time, journalist type writer. Or I'd be working in the family business, which is cooking in some restaurant because we're Greek and we all cook.
Remember to vote on Twitter @ComicsWatching for your favorite panelist to see if they are the one chosen to come back next season.
Thanks for watching Comics Watching Comics. See you next week.